the game at the weekend, Forest now. You know what I mean? That's another huge game. We know we've had these 4 tough away games, 2 of them taken care of now. This is the next one that Forest away. They haven't been playing well, Forest. They did win their last Premier League game against West Ham, but they didn't look great in that game. I watched that game. I don't think they looked very good in that game. It was basically a goalkeeping error that gave them the 3 points. They got knocked out of the FA Cup by Wrexham, a game in which they came back. They were down. They were losing 2-0, came back, got it to 3-3, but lost on penalties. But they're out of the FA Cup. Is this a good time to be catching Forest? It's always a difficult place to go to. Or is this still just a tough game? They're fighting for their lives down there near the bottom. We know that City are playing before we play. They got the Manchester derby away, at Manchester United at Old Trafford. They've got to go and visit. That won't be easy for them, despite how United have been playing recently. This is a big, big game for Arsenal, isn't it? Away at Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, I think it can't be underestimated that it's a big game for Nottingham Forest as well, just as much as it's a big game for us. I mean, I think West Ham are 7 points behind them now in the relegation zone, and West Ham have got a couple tough games coming up now. They've got United coming up, they've got Liverpool coming up. So if Forest could win 1 or 2, that could sort of set a double point lead and sort of almost send West Ham down already, it looks like. So the pressure's massive on them. I know Big Yarns, friend of the channel, is very, very worried about West Ham right now. So he is begging for us to beat Forest at the moment. In terms of us, like you said, every game is sort of a final for us now. It's getting towards that business end. It doesn't matter. I don't think if we're playing Forest or Bournemouth or Brighton or City or Chelsea. I think it's always going to be the same now. Everyone's going to want to be the ones to beat us, the ones to stop us. Sean Dyche's teams we've struggled against in the past. So no matter the form that they're in, it's still going to be a tough game. We know they're going to sit back. We know they're going to try to soak it up. We know they might be dangerous on the counter. I mean, we've struggled there before. I remember Taiwo Awoniyi's goals at their ground a couple of years back. He used to cause us a bit of havoc. He scored a few against us. But yeah, in terms of our team, just mentioning Ødegaard, the only criticism I won't have on Ødegaard is that we were all singing his praises when he first came back from injury. Sorry, we were all singing his praises when he first came back from injury. And the difference between, I get what you guys are saying, there needs to be pressure and he needs to perform. But the only thing I'm saying is that when we have put an Eze in, he hasn't put the pressure on. That's probably the issue, like we saw against Portsmouth. There's your chance against a team that's fighting relegation in the Championship to maybe put a mark on the game, remind us, oh wow, we've got Eze there, and he didn't do it. So maybe that just gives Ødegaard, maybe that is on Ødegaard a mentality thing. He needs to not be so comfortable. I agree that Wanyeri last night should have got a chance. I think there are a couple more games from me and Curtis wearing a free from Wanyeri t-shirt on the pod. So yeah, I need to see a bit more of him. But I don't think Forest is going to be the game. In terms of lineups and stuff, I think just strongest possible, isn't it? I don't think we missed any players last night for injury. I would start Gyökeres off the back of that game. He looked good. I agree with what Lee just said as well about Trossard. I don't think that was his best game yesterday. I can't remember to see him doing much. I thought Martinelli looked a bit better when he came on. But yeah, I sort of think the team's sort of picking itself at the moment. I think he was mentioned at the start of the pod, Saliba, unbelievable again yesterday. Sort of, for the past month or so, he's really picked up his performances in terms of like his ball playing, his awareness. He's sort of maybe all the love for Gabriel, and obviously it used to be a bit flipped, didn't it? We all used to praise Saliba and say he was the chosen one, and Gabriel was his partner, and then it sort of changed that Saliba's Gabriel's partner, and maybe that gave him a bit of kick, a bit of pressure to go remind everyone, this is the guy that Real Madrid were desperate for, and I think we saw that last night. So yeah, hopefully no injuries in training, no, because I mean January was a cursed time for us last year, losing Havertz in a training injury, so it's good to see him back. So yeah, I mean Forest, you expect to win. I'll be disappointed with anything but a win. But yeah, I don't think we should be going into the game thinking, oh, they're at the bottom, let's rotate. I think rotate in the Champions League, keep the rotation for there. It's good that Declan Rice came off and didn't play a full 90, so he'll be a bit fresher in the coming weeks. I want to see more of that. I'd be really angry if I'm seeing Declan Rice play a full 90 against Kairat, for example. There's no need for any of that. So yeah, just about using our squad over maybe over these next 2 weeks where we have got the option. I know it's Inter Milan away, and we don't want to lose, but we've got that option of maybe could Norgard play? Is it going to be a massive issue if we did lose that one? No. It could be just about using our squad the next 2 weeks to sort of get over the line in them tricky Prem games.
Yeah. You know what, right, which is really weird, right, is that when we all say like Forest is a really difficult place to go to, which I think it is. The atmosphere there is always a great atmosphere, always really, really tough. But the weird thing about it, if you look at them this season, it has not been a difficult place to go to. You know what I mean? I was reading this stat here that only West Ham and Wolves, who've lost 8 games at home, have lost more home games than Nottingham Forest this season. They've lost 6 games at home. I was a bit astounded by that stat. You know what I mean? And they've lost 6 of their 10 Premier League games at home. Yeah, 6 of their last Premier League games, 10 Premier League games at home this season. They've only won 3 of them and drawn 1. So where they've been really bad at home. So we've got to try and go there and exploit that. We go there and put the pressure on right from the start. And I think, you know, the thing is, sometimes you look at it, you say to yourself, oh boy, they've had all week off and we've had to play, Wednesday. I actually think it's a good thing that we played on Wednesday because that's a morale boosting, confidence boosting away win at a really, really tough place. If I'm a player now, I'm looking forward to Forest. I'm looking forward to it. And if I'm a Forest fan, I'm looking and thinking, hey, these guys are coming, man. They've been doing all right away from home. You know what I mean? They've been winning all these games away from home. Our home record's awful. We got to go there and right from the start, don't give them anything. Right from the start, we got to be on them because their home form, which is normally the thing that really makes Forest a real fortress, because there's a great atmosphere there, really, tight old ground, traditional ground, has not been what it's been over the past few seasons. This is a chance for Arsenal.
Rob, can I just say, when I played, I couldn't stand a week of training. I wanted a midweek game. Do you know what I mean? Because you knew if if you had no game midweek, you knew, the manager's going to get us doing fitness in the week and we're going to be on the training ground all week. I loved having a game Tuesday or Wednesday night under the lights. And if you won, you were buzzing. They'll have a recovery session today, a couple light trainings, and then they'll go to Forest. So I think it helps sometimes when you're playing and you're ticking over and everyone is getting game time. In terms of Forest, obviously, my local team, I still speak to a couple of people who coach there. And the thing about Forest, Rob, at the City Ground is if you look at their results, a lot of their best performances at home are against the bigger clubs.
Yeah, they lost 2.
They seem to liven up when, I think they drew with Man United at home. They gave Man City a tough run. They battered Tottenham at home. And then they lose to like Everton. I think they lost to Brighton. That's where their results have been poor. I think it'll be a hard game. 5:30 kickoff. Sean Dyche. You know what you're going to get. It's going to be physical. They'll low block. They'll try and hit us on the break. Hudson-Odoi and these sorts of guys. But it's got to be 3 points. I've got to be honest. Like, in a title race, you've got to go there and beat them. They're out of form. They stumbled over the line against West Ham. It was a terrible game, as you said, 2 low quality teams. I think West Ham have actually saved Forest this year because they should be in the bottom 3 the way they've played. This their 3rd manager. They've got like 3 left backs, and he's not even in the European squad. They haven't registered him, so probably Arsenal will try and bring him back. Yeah, Edu trying to make up for his mistake.
Arsenal already said they don't want him back. Like they're like,
Oh no, what I mean is maybe Arsenal will, if they can get a loan deal somewhere else, maybe they'll say, look, we'll bring you out of Forest, send you straight to a different club. We don't want him back at Arsenal, that's for sure. But it's a must-win game. It's a massive game actually, because as we've spoke about, Man City playing Man United at 12:30. So the whole dynamics could have changed. We could have a possibility of going 9 points clear, or it could be down to as little as 3 points, depending on what Man United do. So it's a massive game. And honestly, like Jack was alluding to, that Inter Milan game, on paper, look, it's a massive game, Inter against Arsenal. I actually wouldn't mind Arteta. Slight rotation. Look, you're not going to make wholesale changes and get battered. That's not going to help. But I think you can afford to rest one or two players when you go to Italy. If we got a draw there, it's not the end of the world.